So, Chris, do you want to explain your blunder of last time?
What blunder?
You continued it when we were trying to, you know, get off.
Well, listen here, buddy boy. When I press the escape button, I expect the escape button to bring me into a fucking pause menu.
Well, guess what? We figured that out. It doesn't work. The first few times we tried pressing escape, and look at that.
You expect my brain to function that way, though, and memorize?
Yes.
Well, that's upsetting.
Because I expect better of you, Chris.
Don't get too big for your boots, bitch.
Don't
You insignificant little island boys.
Oh, she poured her glass. Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a farcical comedy. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really.
Oh, you wait just several decades from now.
But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. Drinks the poison to end her suffering. I'm out! Peace! Cheers! God, I'd laugh so hard if she just dies from it. Sip. Wait! What are you doing?
She's taking a sip.
That wasn't a sip, that was a gulp. No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is truly upsetting.
Okay. Have you ever drank champagne before?
I have not, no. I've only drank whiskey.
Do you think that drink on his desk is champagne or water?
I have no goddamn idea. Do I need to move the mic stand so you can see?
Yes, I can't see it all.
There's gonna be a real loud audio thing for a moment here as I move the fucking microphone.
Earthquake, earthquake!
Let me know when it's good. Is that good for you?
Yes.
Okay. If the audio is all fucked up now, blame him.
Well, you should have thought of this before, you audio technician.
Goodness, you didn't say anything! Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned.
So, no cure. The bottle's clean. Is that what you're saying?
What if she just has a high resistance to it? Ha 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 ha. You look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. What is that smug face? Get out of here with that shit. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency.
Yes, Miss Bright?
I should like to be excused now. Please.
I'm pretty sure we have to fine you for drinking evidence.
I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Friendship. Ah, yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given.
Defeation.
Defeation?
I don't know.
This makes sense. Had been poisoned in that bottle. So how? How did she swallow a whole glass to tell a tale?
What if it's a slow-acting poison? I don't know. Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make for interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
Oh, that's gonna be a real popper icebreaker.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have killed over dead. Come on, Ryan. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water contains poison. Okay, before I fuck this up, I press enter?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. The culprit did put Cure poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. I refuse to accept the facts!
You're serious?
Don't objection me. Fool! Are you blind?
Well, I mean, I don't have glasses on.
There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it. That's right, which rather complicates your argument, I think. And I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. Has to be.
So press the court record button and find out.
Yep!
Very well, if the defense truly intends to assert this claim, I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. We'll explain until the witness was able to consume the supposedly poisoned water unscathed.
Obviously, the university collar pen.
Obviously, I'm a lawyer.
Let's
Wait,
see
no, I'm
what
not. I'm a
nonsense.
student.
Let me...
Press space to examine.
Yes. What if she found the solution for it?
But she didn't drink anything else.
Yeah, but like, what if she took it earlier or something?
Instant process.
It does also say that if it enters through a wound, and technically it's not a wound if she's drinking.
That's mostly just normal consumption. There's no cork in that bottle, you.
Yeah, well...
Labels in their foreign language. French.
Go to France and ask. Nice. Dick.
And the rest is drinking because of Maya.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
What explains how the witness was able to consume supposedly poisoned water unscathed?
It would have to be the antidote thing then. Like, she would have found a way to make it not kill her.
Kill her.
So... this button.
Yes, it is.
The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report. That's not a valid explanation. No. After all, we don't speak English. That report is a gibberish.
Oh my.
This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency. I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Susan's notes.
Susan's? Okay, we're going with that.
Yep.
I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. It would render this as pertinent in section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? This is the DL6 case file report again. You know, you
court record.
I was gonna say. Synopsis.
It is special characteristics, right? Right? No, no.
Practical applications.
Practical applications. It's written right here under practical applications, I think. Oh, really? Go on. Well, think about it. You want to know how the poison can be drunk without it taking effect? That's a practical application of, poison's use as a drink, maybe? You'll have to do better than that. I shudder to think how we'll fare in the 20th century if we're led by the likes of you. Shut up, old man.
The future is now, old man. Ryan?
Yes? What?
Read properly.
Bitch! Thanks for my concise advice, slut. Something that explains how the English woman could have taken cure with no ill effects. I'd better reread her research paper and see if I can spot anything. Ha! You don't have any more of a clue on that English tome than I do. It's completely intractable.
Intractable. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in entirety by the court.
You already said this!
Yes, because you have to say the right thing.
I don't know this. Oh, damn it. Wrong button. This button. We've been hearing a lot about this cure poison.
It's not a cure for anything.
Well, considering the music stopped, I'm going to assume that I pressed the right button.
Are you sure about that?
And it's left me curious about something.
Oh, counsel?
Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years to lace the heads of the arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting.
We've been led to believe, yes.
And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point, please.
Shut your face!
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there'd be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat?
Yes, good point.
So surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, would they? Because then they'd be eating poison.
Good gracious, Council. No, that'd be madness.
But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says this. Poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. I was right!
Yes, but you had the wrong page.
Whatever. Regardless, I was right!
Through a wound, you
Yes,
say.
the mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Cure enters his body through an open wound, it has terrifying poisonous effects. However,
Slam.
when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. I am taking that point. What?
That explains how Miss Breton died, but how's the victim not dead?
Shut up, we'll get to that. Miss Brett, you authored this research, you knew Cure's special characteristics, and you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking that water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little... Oh, it's alive, okay. Rapscallion!
That goose swan is now alive. What can you done? Alright, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Really? Me?
Yes, it's your bloodline.
A lawyer. All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure, but I fail to see how it's possible. Oh, okay.
Shush you.
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book.
Your book.
But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. What are you trying to say?
Look stupid.
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish?
Hey, you are still a student. Flaw?
As even your brain has managed to deduce, Cure is safe enough to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric succus. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, yes, well, of course, gastric suckers, what are they? So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he? That's right.
Good gracious.
That's basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Alright. Order of the court. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, they would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest...
Yes, this Cure poison is completely irrelevant to the case on trial.
Apparently British people like to drink their poison for tea.
Yep, that's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Yeah, go take flight, you.
What is this? Welling up inside me. I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey. What the fuck am I reading?
You're reading his own head logic.
I don't think so, Miss Giselle, bitch. How dare you use that tone with me? You know very well that there's no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. And you are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead.
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence, as we now know this poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Cure? Yeah, it has been a while for you, so just scroll through. So the poison can only kill someone when it goes through someone's wound.
Yep, so probably this.
That's the photograph of the victim, though.
But it shows the bullet hole.
We're saying he died from drinking the poison, though.
Oh.
That's his autopsy report. Single bullet. Anything to do with the bullet right now should be irrelevant. Just scroll through. You're smart. You can read this that way to
Fuck no, I'm not.
We can be.
What?
This is Hosanaga's crime scene photo. That's basically her leftover steak that she was eating.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oops.
Work card, record, dental work. If you highlight like certain things, I'll explain it to you because they're in Japanese.
Yeah.
The victim had undergone dental treatment, has been prohibited from eating or drinking anything but water. Okay, let's see. So he, like, what they're saying is that they died before the bullet, the gunshot, you know, rang into place.
Yes.
And here's the thing, based on our research, it says that after it's ingested through a wound, or like, you know, it goes through a wound, it basically seizes up someone's body, which we know is what happened because that
the burn mark.
Yeah, on his wound. So it definitely happened. So, and he only ingested it through, you know, he only drank it. So, but the poison only takes effect through a wound. So how does that work?
Oh no.
The gunshot has nothing to do with this. It was done after he died.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's see, what's a good way to hint this? Why do you think, like, there was only, like, one steak on the table?
Yeah, because he was hungry, I don't know.
No, the victim wasn't hungry.
Posh woman was?
Yeah, but he was prohibited to.
That too.
Yeah. So even if he was hungry that day, he couldn't eat it. Do you know why?
Because of a dental work.
I see. What?
Well, we already know if you ingest the poison, it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, when you just, you know, swallow it wholesale. That's proven up by Miss Brett swallowing it, but the victim did the exact same thing, and he died, so how? The poison only takes effect when it goes through a wound.
Oh, because the tooth was pulled. But he's not allowed to eat. Did he just ignore it and eat anyway?
No, he drank only.
Well then fucking look at the steak!
Miss Brett was eating the steak, remember?
What'd she do? Fucking take a bite out of it and then French kiss that bitch. And like, take my food. I'll chew it for you.
Oh my god, you're saying she just took a giant bite out of it?
Yes. Oh, that's absolutely possible. Just...
Oh, I see the 2 bites.
Yeah.
And the other glass went missing because she took it into her purse.
Yes.
He was prohibited from eating or drinking anything but water.
Well, I don't know.
It's the record. It's the medical report.
It's this?
The victim had undergone dental treatment and been prohibited from eating or drinking anything but water.
Yes.
Presented you.
Okay. As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the 2 diners.
One was a professor.
Ugh.
A fatal difference?
Gasp. The toxic effects of Kira are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poison water? Oh, he drank it, not ate it, inside? Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example.
Ah!
Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. Ach.
So that's it. We use that knowledge to orchestrate this.
Laugh, laugh. Is she... laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are also puerile. Whoa, what do you mean?
She means what she means.
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Pulls out a gun and shoots him. Whoop, okay. You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No. I mean, it could just slip. Oops. Nice. Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
Oh my god!
In front of, you know, everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What just happened? It's the Englishwoman! She just smashed that bottle! Supreme Court, what a terrible blunder! Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect as much of the water from the broken bottle as possible at once!
Not wasting your time. This delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you it will soak up the water beautifully. We have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it.
Oh my god!
Can we hang her yet?
Not just yet.
How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not.
You...
bitch! And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution? Oh, of course, of course. Referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady?
Okay.
That's right, and really, looking at this photograph, it's as clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. But of course, the only person who could have shot him from the front is the little schoolboy.
Oh boy. No, you killed the victim that day, using cure air. And then, in order to frame Ryan Naruhodo for the crime?
You were about to pronounce the other name, weren't you?
What are you talking about? You wait until you picked up the pistol you arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. 2 questions. Like, he was spun around just like this, with his back to the table. For what reason? And also, where did she hide the gun in her person? Then, the confusion that followed, all he had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. You see? He had every opportunity to commit this crime.
Heh heh heh. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. A hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence. Exactly. And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged.
Oh my god.
The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by the accused, Ryan Naruhodo.
Pause.
This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now, is she really going to get away with it?
Oh yeah.
The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene.
Ryan?
Yes?
We've come this far, but now, not the one who can finish it.
Shouldn't she be arrested anyway for destroying evidence literally in the courtroom?
And, well, British and Japanese think just relations are rocky as they are.
I don't care. If someone does that in my courtroom, they're getting arrested. What? What do you mean?
You lost a vital piece of evidence, it's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head.
In my head?
You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you can really depend upon.
Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head.
So think back again now. To remember every last detail of the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell.
Color spelled with a U. Fucking disgusting.
It is British.
But they're speaking Japan. Whatever.
I mean, Japan even has U's in their name.
What
remember?
I saw, what I felt. Every color.
Now you're seeing with Bortles.
Oh, come on. It's Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of the same scene in my head. There'd be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer.
No!
No!
Of course not!
Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue.
Haha, you always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryan? Slam! Come on, then, let's wipe the smug smile off that Englishman's face with some evidence.
Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me for a while. That's a nice word. For a while, but something feels amiss in my memories of that day. I'm gonna write that one down.
An animalistic urge.
Whatever it is could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. A clue that shows who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is...
I wonder.
It's obviously the fork.
No, I think it's a steak. R button you.
What do you mean R button?
We've been using the R button you for a while.
So confusing.
Eh.
Inspector Hasanaga. Dun, 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 dun. Inspector Hasanaga. Dun, 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 dun. Answer me this. That's the Japanese version of that show.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. What is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about that bottle being smashed.
His perfect investigation foiled. You soiled it. Soiled it.
As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of a crime. Like, for instance, the plate of steak that you took to the victim's table that day? Wait a minute. Alright.
Shut your mouth, you don't
Where are you going with this, little boy?
Are we older than her, actually?
I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory?
My memory of you killing her!
I saw the scene shown in this photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood.
What?
Oh really? And what of it? Obviously that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. Bullet didn't go through the body. Take a good look at the photograph. Look at this photograph! And the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. I mean, if a bullet went through him, yes it could, but in this case it didn't.
The autopsy report says that his bullet stopped in his body.
Yes.
So the blood that made onto the plate implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor, as you were. Giselle Brett.
I beg your pardon. This is beyond ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is the court seriously expected to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Oh.
Hello. This
The blood speaks all.
could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate, in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it. You did what?
He likes steak, my man.
I took the steak that you'd been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
Hopefully that steak is still heated up, because I don't want to be frozen.
Then we can find out for sure whether or not there's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it. No!
What if they examine it? It's just steak blood?
Ugh.
That would be great.
Inspector?
Inspector! The court wishes to examine the plate from Vita's table. Immediately! Yes, sir!
Cool.
Here we are.
Yep. Sorry for the delay. And sorry for the off timing, But this episode will have to end, and you're going to have to find out what is on the plate next time.
I swear to God, it's steak blood. It has to be steak blood.
If it is, I'm quitting. I'm just walking out of this room. I will be done.
You'll be done.
Yep.
You handle enough bullshit as enough as it is with me around. You don't want this to double it.
Yep.
You felt the same way almost when we went through the third game of the trilogy.
Ugh.
Final case. You died after the final case reveal, the big reveal there.
Yes, I did.
The best part is it was all lit up and it was greatly foreshadowed everywhere. You can't lie.
Well, good for them. I'm going to leave now. Bye.
Bye.